On April 8, 2007, the Washington Post ran a long feature article by Gene Weingarten in the Sunday magazine called as Pearls Before Breakfast that won a Pulitzer Prize for journalism. The author was a writer for the Washington Post who convinced the classical violinist Joshua Bell, considered one of the greatest virtuosos of this era and voted as the best classical musician in America, to put on a t-shirt and a baseball cap and try being a street musician to find out what would happen. Joshua Bell was in town playing a concert at the Library of Congress and agreed to participate in this unprecedented social and musical experiment. A hidden camera documented what happened during the 43-minute period while Bell played pieces by Bach, by Schubert, Massenet, and Manuel Pons. He started with Bach's 14 minutes Chaconne, generally considered to be the single greatest solo violin work and one of the greatest musical compositions ever created, played on one of the finest instruments in the world ever known, so called as the Gibson X Humberman Stradivarius, which was handicrafted in 1713 by Antonio Stradivari during the Italian master's golden period. The subway location was chosen because it was a place where the acoustics were not bad and the music would carry reasonably well. According to Weingarten, out of the 1097 people who passed by, 7 stopped to listen to him and only 1 recognized him. For his nearly 45 minutes performance, Bell collected $32.17 from 27 passerbys. Surprisingly, $20 out of the $32 was from one person who recognized Bell and who had just seen him play 3 days before. Apparently, Bell had filled a house at the Boston Stately Symphony Hall, where nearly pretty good seats went for $100 each just 3 days before. So the 26 givers among the 1096 commuters pitched in a mere $12, including a lot of pennies. Lots of people stood in line to buy lottery tickets nearby and did not even glance his way. And of course, the music fans with their iPod earbuds missed everything. There was just one guy by name of John Piccarello who really noticed and who spent 9 minutes listening to Joshua Bell, realizing fully well how good he was. The shocking results of the Joshua Bell experiment highlighted how often we can live in a kind of manic 21st century stress bubble. Our schedules are crammed to the hilt. We don't appear to have a nanosecond to enjoy the finer things in life. But such a blind attitude means we miss out on what's really around us. It makes you think what else we might miss if our radars isn't attuned to art, nature, beauty, literature and music, or whatever it is that elevates our soul. Often we rush through life, always looking forward and barely seeing the here and now. Friends, the universe is speaking to us all the time, but are we listening? It's a sad day when a person's life is so devoid of feeling or joy that they cannot spare such a short time to enrich it. Confucius, an influential Chinese philosopher, teacher, and political figure said, "Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it." Life is passing us by, and we often aren't present for it. We don't notice the beauty that lies in front of our very eyes. We run non-stop around the clock, dividing our attention among millions of things, constantly checking our watches and scrambling for more time. Every day feels a lot like one long rush hour. Moving slowly is tantamount to wasting time for a lot of busy people. We should be living life, not rushing through it. We miss out on so much when we rush. We especially miss out on the little things that would make us smile and bring us peace. Society encourages us to rush through life like it is a race to get to the finish line. We squeeze as much as we can into a day, rushing through each task, and life whizzes by. Slowing down and being in the here and now feels absurd. We pride ourselves in pushing forward and achieving. What about the now? The world today is starving from stillness and silence in our culture. There is noise and chaos everywhere. But the truth is that the world is not going to slow down and get less noisy just because you want it. You have to commit to taking time to pause. The power of taking pause is well researched. Not only does pausing promote relaxation, a break from noise, and doing so also refreshes and re energizes you for hours. Taking time to just be still and quiet gives your nervous system a chance to regain balance. Friend, practice the 3P magic principle: pause, ponder, and proceed. In life, every decision has to be guided by this principle: pause, ponder, and proceed. The decision making process involves first pause by bringing awareness to everything and every moment. It involves pausing before going forward or reacting. Next, ponder by studying the pros and cons, looking at the decision. By pondering and deliberate thinking, it might enhance the outcome. And finally, proceed. Now that you stopped, waited, thought it over, one can courageously proceed that way. Great leaders always pause, ponder, and proceed. When they pause and ponder, they are considering the small details which will improve any situation and make it special. The 3Ps are a good roadmap for handling life's unpleasant surprises and confusing twists. Friends, while the 3Ps are important, there is a 4th P called pray that helps put the 3Ps in the right place and at the right time. Unfortunately, people go through life following the 3Ps in a reverse order. They first proceed through life at top speed, then ponder when they find no meaning and fulfillment, and finally pause indefinitely. So, follow the 3P magic and enjoy the finer things in life.